Hello and welcome. My name is Desiree Shaw. I'm a psychotherapist and I vlog and I podcast on mental health, men's mental health in particular, but mental health in general, and relationships. I practice at the Priory and privately, and I'm on a mission to make therapy accessible and change the world one thought at a time. Mindset. What's your mindset? What's your frequency? Frequency, that's the title of this video. What is your frequency? You go online and there's a lot of people talking about frequency and talking about tuning into your frequency and getting people to tune into your frequency. And for me, that's a little bit too airy-fairy. Okay, some of these people talking and telling people what to do with their lives can be a little bit airy-fairy and bouncy and no real structure about what's really actually happening for them or how to do it. That's the thing. You hear about tune into your frequency, the law of attraction. Anyway, I could bore you with that. So I'm going to explain what that actually means and how you can put it into practical terms and how I use it in therapy as well for CBT, which is a scientific psychology. It's not airy-fairy. It actually works very effectively. So frequency is really how your mind is set. Okay, so your mind is set. You are in charge of your mind. It's like the programming of how you think. So if you imagine your brain is like a computer, with the computer, you got to program it, haven't you? You got to put all the software in. You got to make sure it functions in the way you want it to do. Got to make sure it can do what you want it to do effectively. That's your mindset. Your mindset is the way of you creating the programming of your mind and how it processes information and how it deals with things. Okay, that's your mindset. So your frequency really is the airy-fairy version of your mindset. Okay, so there are several ways of looking at mindset. I talked about it on 3 tiers at one stage, but I'm going to talk about 2 in particular. And I'm going to talk about a rich mindset and a poor mindset. And understanding this, when I say a rich mindset, once I talked about this and somebody said, well, suppose you don't have the money. I don't mean money rich. I'm talking about growth rich. Okay, which is why it's actually called a growth mindset. But I want to actually explain it a little bit more clearly, so we recognize we are talking that this mindset is the one that is rich. So a rich mindset, as opposed to a poor mindset. So I'm going to take you through the understanding of what each one is and how having a poor mindset would really not support you in any shape or form in the future or now. But you'll be able to understand what you're getting from certain people around you based on their mindset, so you'll be able to recognize somebody else's mindset. Everything is about thought, and it's all about how you're thinking and how you're developing your thoughts and how you're interacting with the world. CBT is about supporting you to effectively manage your thoughts and emotions and your behavior, but there are some other steps which you can go further with that to recognize that you're actually in charge, and you can spot some things in order to support you further. I thought I wasn't filming. Sorry. All right. So, rich versus poor. Let's have a look. So, a rich person, a rich mindset, a rich understanding, recognizes that success is obligation. Okay? It's an obligation. You must succeed. And success isn't necessarily monetary success. There's different ways of being successful. A poor mindset person will say success is evil. See, what poor-minded people do is they find comfort in their deficit, in the fact that they're lacking. They find comfort in it, and they find ways to say that it's better for them to stay where they are rather than to move any further forward. Because if they do move any further forward, they're going to have to face the fact that they're in charge. So a poor person will make it be somebody else's problem. It's somebody else's fault why this is happening to me. Okay, success is evil. That's what a poor-minded person will say. Invest in money would be a rich mindset. Sorry about that. Would be a rich mindset. Spend money is a poor mindset. Having a rich mindset person will have a financial plan. They will look into the future. A poor mindset person has a budget. There's a difference. A rich-minded person makes things happen, actually creates change, steps up to the plate and does things, does the phenomenal, does the, the unbelievable, does the that looks a bit crazy, does the strange. A mindset person will decide that things happen to them. It's happening to me. Look what they did to me. Look what the world has done to me. Looks everything inward. Okay, it's all about your programming. Remember, you're in charge of the way your mind actually works. You're in charge of every single thought that you've ever had in your life. You are the one who's in charge. Yeah. So a poor mindset will pay attention to the past, and this is where things like depression set in. When we start looking, because when we have mental health disturbances, we are moving to a mindset that is not growth. We're moving to a mindset that is at deficit of us. It stops our development. It stops the way we feel. It stops the way we progress, and that is a poor mindset. Okay, so when you can recognize that that's what you're doing to yourself, you can actually pick yourself up and move forward. Now, we are in charge. Now, we do have chemical imbalances in the brain. We have psychosis with all of these things, which can make it even difficult to manage. And that's one thing I've recognized with when people go on YouTube and go on social medias and talk about how you can make change. We do have people that do have chemical imbalances, and it's not a way for them to try to change their thinking. The trauma has already happened, and they need a different way of dealing with their psychosis. This can prove supportive. However, this is not the only way for them. So we've got to recognize that everybody is different. We're fallible human beings, and we make mistakes, and things happen sometimes. But one size does not fit all. That's important. Okay, so when you develop a growth mindset, you'll recognize that people are not all the same. When you have a poor mindset, what you'll do is you'll recognize that things have to be the same in order for you to interpret it and make it real for you. So a poor mindset versus a rich mindset are two different kinds of mindsets, and can actually one can hinder the way you progress. A poor mindset is work driven, has to work. Rihanna, work. Even though she is totally rich mindset. That's one thing we haven't realized, You see these artists and these people that are phenomenal and amazing. They make music, they make things in order for the masses to interpret and understand. And most of the time, they are nothing like what they are singing about. They're just giving us what we want, okay? We gravitate towards negativity. Somebody said to me, "Oh my God, I really like your videos. How come, there's not enough people watching?" Because we're too busy watching the negativity stuff before we watch anything which is positive. It's just how it is. If you go online and you look at the gurus, the self-made gurus, who actually speak from a position of a poor mindset, very limiting, very harmful, very, very debilitating of you as a person, labeling, being very harsh. I watched a couple of videos over the weekend. I had to turn it off. It was just horrible. But yet these people have a lot of people listening because we gravitate to the negativity. One, it's entertaining. Two, we actually believe that we're not worthy, and this is buying into the negative concept of ourselves without recognizing we are a whole person. And if we were evolving in our rich mindset and developing growth within ourselves, we would actually recognize that we're all pretty cool people. We really are, but we don't, because we are sitting in a place which is really negative for us. So recognize your mindset. Ask yourself a question. When you see a problem, do you see the problem only, or do you see solutions? Yeah, when you see solutions or possibilities or opportunities, when I'm faced with an opportunity, and that is actually a new word for me as a problem, it's an opportunity to do something else, or to learn something else, to see something else, to advance in something else, and lots of things happen. And when you can make your negative outcomes, your negative possibilities, turn into a structured way of a successful possession for you, where you can actually create something moving forward, that's a rich mindset. When you sit and wallow in the mess, that is a unhealthy, very poor mindset. So notice those people Okay, Paul will refuse to study and learn anything new, has to only be surrounded by the same people just like them, and will see anybody with a growth mindset and a rich mindset as strange, because for them, why would you have that mindset? Duh. We all think that we're all gonna die anyway, so who cares? One of the things I found really interesting was during the time of the elections a few years ago, not before this crazy stuff happened, but the whole Brexit situation, and there were people I knew had a really poor mindset who were refusing to vote. They're going to win anyway, so what's the point? You see, this is the poor mindset. This is like, you're going to allow your fate. You're not even going to actually use what you can. When you decide not to use what is available to you, you ruin yourself. And when you decide to ruin yourself, you limit yourself, you stop yourself from achieving. There's nothing worse than you being the cause of your very own deficit and somebody not stopping it for you because somebody can't stop it for you. You're not stopping it for you. So it's horrible when you don't see the help that is available. Anyway, I ain't sure if the last thing I said made any sense. I'm a fallible human being. Sometimes I make mistakes. It's absolutely fine. So look out for whether you've got a poor mindset or a rich mindset. For more information on this, go to my website. I'm going to put the description in the box below. And in that, you will find that I've got a link to questionnaires on my website, which you can use to understand and recognize your own mindset, your own anxiety, your own depression, how you're feeling. Okay, I do a production series on a Monday and a Friday with Magno Media, which is fantastic. If I say so myself, the Tortured Superhero and Relationship SOS. And throughout the week, I do other vlogs and other things are going to be coming up that I'm going to be doing. So keep a lookout. In fact, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button, and that way you'll be able to see everything that I'm doing all the time. You go, oh my gosh, she's doing that. Now she's doing that, because I do have a few things up my sleeve, which I'm now going to take from up my sleeve because it's not comfortable up there anymore. Anyway, I gotta go. So have a look out. My name is Desiree Shaw. I'm a psychotherapist and I podcast on a Monday and a Friday. Look out for the podcast. I'll also put the link in the description box. So have a look at the description box and hit me up on Instagram, Desiree Shaw Official. I will also put that link in the lots of description boxes, aren't they? And sign up to the newsletter. It's all about you now. Anyway, I have got to leave you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful evening, a wonderful morning. Just make it as wonderful as you want to make it and recognize your mindset. Bye for now. I'm on a mission to change the world one thought at a time, and this is my platform.